Happy Friday! We survived another week. Life is good, and it's been kind of a crazy week. But we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to relax, get together, and just go down the crazy rabbit hole of life. Baby. That's all, folks. Really different topic. How many lives are in a lifetime? Got to thinking about that. So we're going to find out what everybody thinks, and this is going to get nuts. But hey, either way, it's going to be fun because it's Friday night. We're hanging out together. We're having some fun. Now, as you know, Friday is just a time to get together. We can talk about anything. Cryptocurrency, the cat, the dog, construction, work. Take your pick. It usually gets pretty wild. So here's what I recommend. First of all, hit the bar, pour yourself a drink. Better yet, make it 2. It could be a long night. Munchies, candies, snacks, especially the day after Halloween. Everybody has candy, right? Yeah. Load up. We're going to be amped up on sugar and going in the craziness. As you know, mi casa is su casa. So kick back, relax. Let's have some fun. So I want to say, hey, Rose, how you doing, dear? Yes, thank God it's Friday. I am with you, girl. It's been kind of crazy week on my side of the world. Now, I hope some of you guys were able to collect some of those grass tokens that dropped on Monday. And I know several people in Down Home Crypto. Some got a few dollars, some got several $100s. So I highly recommend join the Down Home Crypto Discord and get to know the people there because you get a lot of great early information and you never know when you might get a payday out of nowhere. So hop in the chat, join the team, and just have fun with us because that's what it's all about. Now, as you guys know, sadly, Wild Angel is taking hiatus from Fridays. Well, not really. She's actually working on Fridays now, so she won't be joining us on Freaky Friday. But I hope she's having a great night at work. Love you, dear, if you happen to be watching, and we will miss her. But make no mistake, she will be back. And if you ever want to get a hold of her, jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord, go down to Dreaming Dragons. That's her entire channel. You can see some of the cool things she makes and even create custom orders. So if you want to talk to Miss Wild Angel herself, hop in the Discord. So without further ado, let's bring the gang up here. And I hear that we have a surprise guest, and even I don't know who they are. So who knows how this is going to turn out tonight, but either way, you know it's going to be fun. Now, of course, I can't go out alone. I've always got to have some beautiful lady to accompany me. I'm just that kind of guy. So please welcome none other than Miss Smiley Girl.
Hi Serenity. Hi, everyone. Hi, Wild Angel. I hope she's listening. I love you.
I hope so. We do love her and miss her. And so how's your week been so far, dear?
It's been really good. Today was especially good and a lot of fun, and I'm just really excited and happy to be here. So I have a lot of energy tonight. How are you?
We like energy. I love it. Here, want some more sugar? I'll give you some.
I haven't had any sugar. That's the weird thing.
That is weird. Okay. I highly recommend more sugar.
Yeah.
And Rose says, love you, Wild Angel. We miss you. Yes, we do miss her. But that's okay. She's with us in spirit, and I know she's cheering us on from work. And Smiley Girl. Yeah.
Hi, Rose. How are you? I hope you're well. I love your name.
And you're so pretty.
I know.
So, in fact, somebody who is blessed to spend all the time of his life together with Miss Rose, and none other than Mr. Cyrock here. What's up, Cy?
How's it going?
Going good, buddy. About you?
Doing all right. It was super windy here today.
Really?
Unseasonably warm. We actually set a record for yesterday. The previous record was 81 degrees, set back in like 1981, I think. And then we just broke that with 82 degrees.
Whoa.
Damn. It's like freezing cold. They're talking snow for Halloween. They were all week. Luckily, we didn't get any, but man, that's crazy. We're freezing cold, and you're like cooking over there.
Yeah, well, the temperature is going to wind up dropping down pretty rapidly. We get a couple of nice days next week, but then, by next Sunday, the high is only like 58, So.
Yeah, sounds about like my place. That's where we're at right now. I want to get a couple more motorcycle rides in, though, so I'm hoping we'll get some of your weather. Send it on over, buddy.
I'll think about it. I think with the way that the air currents work, it would have to go all the way around the globe before it would get to you.
Yeah, no kidding, it would. It's like, can't you just, fast track it just straight across? It's okay. It'll be no problem.
Oh, sorry. Air currents go with...
Damn it. Damn it. Okay, so Smiley, you got to send me your weather. That's how this got to work.
Oh, yeah. It's always nice. It's pretty warm. And sunny.
There you go.
Yeah. Although
Well, somebody else I know that's... I'm sorry?
I like the snow. I like the cold.
Oh, yeah. Me too. It's just not quite time yet. I want one more motorcycle ride. Then I can put my bike away for the winter. That's all I want. So somebody else who's freezing all the time is none other than Mr. Qrow. How's it going, Qrow?
Oh, pretty dang good over here.
Nice. How's your week, buddy?
Pretty good.
I gotta ask, did you spend all week bundled up in your big coat?
No, I haven't broken out the trench coat yet. I
Really?
need to get it. I've been debating all year so far between going and getting it dry cleaned or getting a new one. And for those who are
What do you guys
wondering
vote?
why I'm on the fence about that, is because I've had it for so long that I've torn holes in the pockets, and I got random things like wire nuts and screws that are stuck inside the bottom of the seam where I can't get them out. I don't know how that's gonna affect dry cleaning.
I know a seamstress can get those out for you.
Yeah, you would just pop a couple of the stitches.
Shake out all the excess. That works. Have mom sew it back up. Yeah, grandma's great for that.
May have to do that.
I would.
I
So,
vote to
yeah,
keep
it's
it
kind of
too.
supposed. Yeah. See, I would say fix that one, use that one at work, and then get yourself a new one to wear out on dates and stuff.
Ooh.
Go. Best of both worlds.
Yeah, why not both?
Right, exactly.
Why not get two?
So, right. 2 for the price of 1. There you go. So
Reversible.
somebody who knows all about good prices is none other than Mr. BTK. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's going
Hi.
on?
Living the dream, buddy. By the way, BTK, I want to thank you again for turning us on to the Grass Network, man. That airdrop Monday, that was golden. I loved it.
Yeah, man, I'm happy that it worked out. It was just some sketchy thing about a year and a half ago. Like, oh yeah, install this on your browser and let it run all the time. And it was like, maybe not. But like, I just did it, and I guess it worked out.
Absolutely, and I'm glad I did. I know. Now you were. You said you were still holding your grass tokens. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm glad I did because the chart just keeps kind of growing.
Yeah,
Call it
dude,
grass.
it does. It's golden. So we kind of have. We kind of have an odd number here. You know, we need to even this out. Now, Sai, you want to introduce your surprise guest who just popped in backstage?
Oh, sweet. He arrived. Yeah, so I've been chatting with this gentleman named Ed. And he and I have been discussing all sorts of fun stuff, like quantum mechanics, etc. And he wasn't sure exactly how like StreamYard worked out, so I was like, well, hey, we all hang out on Friday nights. Why don't you join us? And so he is.
Awesome. Well, everybody here at Down Home Crypto, everybody in the audience, please put your hands together for Mr. Eddie Dobbs. Eddie, welcome.
Hey, thank
Hi.
you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for having
Absolutely.
me. This is really cool.
Welcome,
Awesome.
welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Crypt Funny Farm. Yeah, where anything can happen. We don't know. There's no script. We just make this shit up as we go.
That's that's awesome. Yeah, that's what we were just chatting the other day. Everybody knows me as the friendly neighborhood kook, so it'll be fun to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I love to weigh in on just about anything.
Cool.
Perfect. I love it. Well, actually, guys, I want to share this because, you see, tonight's topic was inspired by none other than Miss Smiley Girl. That's right.
Yay!
Thank you, Smiley. I just took it to a more extreme level to see where we end up with. So let me throw this out there to get the conversation going. So how many lives are in a lifetime? Think about that for a second. If you look back on your life and you take different chapters, I know for me personally, so many pieces are like entire lifetimes. I mean, they start and then they end, and then I move on, and it's almost like multiple lives, and then God forbid I actually get bumped in one of them. How do I account for that? Is that a whole new life? How does that work? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Okay, I kind of misunderstood you when you posted the topic because I thought you were alluding to like how many times we almost died in our life. And I started
Hey, that
to look
works too.
back and think, oh my gosh, there are all those times like when that happened and you know, I almost died and I didn't. And it's weird to think, you know, that I'm still here when I could have died multiple times. So that's what I thought. Sorry.
Hey, that fits too. Maybe you got bumped and you don't know it.
Yeah, maybe I am dead. I'm in a different one.
There you go.
One of the perspectives we had in basic training was one meal at a time, right? So just when you're in the thick of it, just make it to breakfast, just make it to lunch, just make it to dinner. So I kind of like to break up my days that way, and you can kind of look at each one as a lifetime if you want to, right? However small you want to break it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because if you don't eat again, right, eventually it will be the end of your life. So you're essentially kind of resetting the clock each time you do.
That's it. And you know, looking back at Smiley when we were talking, you know, we were talking like going back to the 80s and stuff. The shit we did as kids. I don't know how I survived. I really don't. I drank from garden hoses. I raced dirt bikes. I jumped my BMX bike across a road one day, barely clearing a car. I don't know how I did that. But I mean, we look back and how aren't we dead, really? Am I the only one that feels that way?
No.
I ask that question a lot. Like, wait a minute. Wait a second. I've got another question. I don't know if this is appropriate side off of that, but I mean, because if we kind of look at how we break up our days and how many lives we live, and we go about it in that fashion, it kind of makes me go to sleep, right? And okay, well, we've got to reset when we go to sleep. Not really eat, right? Eating's good, but we really reset when we sleep. So why do we think we sleep? You know, what is it? We'll die if we don't go to sleep. And so I had this interesting thought, and I don't know if this is something you guys want to bounce around at all. But I almost wonder if DMT isn't the people have referred to it as a spirit molecule. I wonder if it almost isn't the time molecule that our brains kind of do a release of DMT. I'm almost picturing like an hourglass, right, of DMT kind of falling at a steady rate, and then when we sleep, it flips. Sorry, guys. And I don't know if that's something that you guys. Sorry, we got another surprise guest over here too.
Perfect. Who's the surprise guest? What's his name or her name?
Thor. And Thor here's our neighbors walking by, and he always likes to say hi to them too.
Hi, Thor.
Always got to greet the neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that thought. What do you think, BTK?
I don't know. Eddie, have you hit the DMT pretty hard before?
No, DMT. I've had experiences, not with DMT specifically though, but in all of the, you know, I know our brains, if I'm not mistaken, right? I could be wrong, but I believe they have like we have endogenous DMT, right? And I almost wonder if it isn't the break glass in case of emergency. You know, when you know these near death experiences are often referred to as you know, somewhat hallucinogenic in nature or spiritually connected, right? And I almost wonder if when you don't go into a near death experience, if that's not triggering some of your endogenous DMT. I had an experience a long time ago in an undisclosed location where you ever remember the popular trend where kids used to make each other pass out? I tried that one time as a kid when we were doing that, and it was I did not know what I was getting into, but I woke up a minute and a half later to my friends crying and I'm like, what is going on? And I lived 2 weeks. I had a full 2-week life and woke up just fine. And I've heard similar experiences. So BTK, I don't know, is that something? Have you dabbled in that area? Does that sound familiar?
I've heard of that. Like when people describe their life flashing before their eyes or something, could be DMT being released, this or that. But not so much experience with it in that regard. I also know that, you know, I guess people on the spectrum, like autism, whatever, have an excess of DMT. That is what they say. Basically, they just have more of it. I mean, it's not so eloquent to say, but like, yeah, they're like tripping balls all the time.
Yeah, it messes with perception of time. It messes with the way you perceive reality, all sorts of things. But you are correct when at the time of death of the body, right, the brain is flooded with those chemicals, flooded with endorphins. It releases a whole bunch of DMT. DMT is what's created and released primarily when you're sleeping. It's what lets you dream, right? And as you know, time works quite differently in dreams. So there's an interesting thought to explore there. It's also the most controlled drug here in America.
Really? That's actually a drug. I didn't know that.
It can, well, yeah, it's a chemical compound. Your body produces it when you're sleeping. Autistic people produce it constantly. You won't put your hands on natural DMT. You'll find NN-DMT, which is synthesized DMT.
Yeah, and that floats around college campuses. I really wouldn't know why. Don't ask.
I was just about to ask the question of how do they get DMT as a chemical of it? Like if someone dies, they're like, hurry, extract all the DMT we can, and we can sell it on the black market.
And again, I know nothing about this, but if you do dabble in it, do it with a friend, and have them grab whatever glass. Like a lot of people will use a bong or something like that. Have them ready to take it away from you, so that you don't drop it on the floor.
That's a good tip, but I'm wondering, do you think it plays in some type of do you think that sleep then, if it's not necessarily DMT, but do you think sleep kind of plays into how many lives, right? To kind of bring it back to where we started here on how many lives you live. Do you kind of look at it as each day is a new life, or do you break each week into it? You know what I mean? How do you look at phases of your life, and do you do it proactively or reactively and say, because I've done so many different jobs in so many different places and whatever, nothing unique, but it feels like a lot of lives when you look back, but when you look forward, you plan it that way.
Yeah, that's a good point. And that's, I'm kind of like you, Eddie, man. I've changed careers like 8 times now. I'm not just going from this job to this. I'm talking a whole career field. Master mechanic to electrician to construction worker to owning a hardwood floor company. I mean, now content creator. Everyone is a different life, and literally so many things change when that occurs. And so a lot of times that's how I've kind of rated my lifetime is what is the focus in my life at that time frame? Because when now as a content creator, it's completely different than when I was cutting wires. The people I interact with, what I spend my time with, my energy, it's almost like being a different person or a new identity.
Do you think that there's a single shared goal that you could derive from all of them, or have you had different goals at each step? Or do you look at them as steps towards a single goal, or single goals in and of themselves?
For me, it's always been a single goal in and of itself. Cutting wires, it was to get my journeyman card. Once I've accomplished that, it's like, okay, that's done. That life is over. I've got it to fall back on. Still have my journeyman card, all that. But now it's completely different. It's not going to, I want to buy this island, or I want to, solve world hunger or anything like that. It's just one of those, I want to learn and experience as much in life as humanly possible. How about you guys?
Qrow?
I believe it's a 1-to-1 ratio. You get one life for one lifetime. Just what I believe.
Really? What if you get bumped?
You're still in your life. You're just in another universe. You died, and your life ended. That was your lifetime.
You're out of here. What about you, Smiley? What do you think?
I've lived
Sorry, go ahead, Qrow.
lives. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Qrow.
I just think, like you stated earlier, your whole new lives in your lifetime, they're just different chapters of your life. Different steps. It's still
Okay,
the same
chapter
life.
based. Interesting. Okay, I'll come back to that because I got a topic there. I want to take this next level on Qrow. So, Smiley, go ahead, take it away, girl.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like I've lived a whole bunch of different lives because when I was really little, I was extremely outgoing, like very much so, very independent as well. And then I went to school and I was not, treated very well, and so I became more and more shy and introverted for a while. And then I went into a bad relationship where I got even more so. But now I'm coming back out and becoming more and more extroverted. So I don't know if, how some people say that some people are just extroverts and some are introverts. I change depending on where I am in my life. And so I'm becoming more and more an extrovert now. So I feel like a totally different person than I used to be. So I don't know. That's just my perception.
Interesting. How about you, BHK? What do you think, buddy?
I think trying to talk about time is futile. It's just I wouldn't know how the hell it works. I would never claim to know how it works, and I think that it's just a placeholder that we use because our minds can't fathom the next dimension beyond that. So it's just time. But trying to talk about it or quantify it is like, I feel like no, we'll never understand time, and if we did, we wouldn't be human.
I think some of us are borderline non-human anyway.
Hey, why'd you look at me?
I was looking further past you.
Oh.
Sorry, here. Yeah, better. Okay, I can see him now.
It's just like how, TVs, they just have red, green, and blue pixels, but they can make any color. That only works on humans. Like if a cat looks at a TV, it's just going to look like a jumbled mess. It's just for, I think time is kind of the same fill in the blank kind of deal. It's just for us.
And that's fair. And that's one of those interesting things. What would happen if we could escape time, or time travel, or anything like that? How do we slow it, speed it up? And I don't think we can even begin to fathom time. That's a whole different thing. And I wonder, is that the common denominator of our multiple lives? The only thing that holding them together is time, and that maybe that's the binding on the book, like Qrow's talking on the chapters. Maybe time is the book cover. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna stick my foot here for a second. Sorry. So yeah, right. How do you keep the memories from your dreams separate from your memories of when you're awake?
I don't, though.
Continuity of time, right? Think about it. Continuity of time and time itself is a uniquely physical property, right? Like, it's something that you only perceive as linear if you are physically based, right? And we understand that there's many layers to reality. There's many different fields that it exists and permeates and flows through it. Time is just another wave passing through it, right? We are propagating outwards like a wave. Now, if you were to step back and look at it all, you could see it all. But since you're physical and you're zoomed in real close into those particles and the matter of this particular field, the fabric of space-time, you're stuck at that one point in the wave. You have your ups and your downs. You don't see the forward motion. You can see where you came from. You can't see what's in front of you, but guess what? It's already there because you're part of that wave, right? That's how you can kind of conceptualize what time is versus how you see it. You just see that little bit floating up and down like a bobber in the water as the water is rippling continuously.
It's a good way to explain it.
A surfer may be stuck on that wave, but a surfer could still change their directions and their actions on it. Do you look at it in that fashion as I'm riding this wave, that wave's going, I'm on it, but I have some control and free will within it.
You have some agency within the wave, and that's actually displayed in the Penrose diagram, right? Time like this wave, flows in this cone in front of you, and there's many different potential futures you could choose, many different lives within this lifetime that you have to lead, right? You could decide tomorrow, I want to be president, right? And go and start the very first steps, get into like your local political offices, volunteer, etc., work your way up to bring that future to you, right? It's no different than then saying, I want to be someone who sails the open oceans, going and selling all your crap, buying a yacht and sailing port to port. That's your life now.
How do you know if that option is within your scope? Because if I'm visualizing what you're saying about time like a flashlight, right, and going out as kind of conical in front of me, some of those things aren't going to be within my zone, no matter what, right? How do you kind of navigate deciding?
Well, just like in the Penrose diagram, the further you get to the edges of the cone, it scales to infinity, right? It's logarithmic. So you have infinite options. Are there some obstacles that would make certain things harder to overcome? Yes, sure. There's some things that just physically aren't possible. It has to be within the realm of that cone. Your cone may have a different potential trajectories than mine, right? Smiley has a different trajectory than my cone. I was not born female. There's certain things she could do that I just can't. So everyone has their own radius of that cone, right? But you have all of these options available to you that are essentially infinite within that radius.
So let me ask you, so if I'm thinking kind of like a flashlight, like you're talking the cone, you got those flashlights have the twist beam. They can narrow it and widen it. Now, do you think that some people actually choose to run on a narrow beam and refuse to let it widen? Or can we control that?
Consciously and subconsciously, absolutely. Because one of the things you've heard me say before is opportunity rarely wears the clothes you expect, right? Because you get laser focused in on this idea, both from social influences to parental influences. You got people asking you from when you're a wee little kid, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? AKA, how do you want to serve this society, right? Not what kind of life do you want to live, and then find a way to bring that passion to you, right? Like we've talked about that before. Man, I just lost my train of thought.
Choo-choo, it's gone. Bye-bye. happens, especially at 7:30 on a Friday night. Oh yeah, it's supposed to. That's why it's always fun here.
Oh, there it is. The giggle juice.
It's mostly gone.
All right. Here, you want a refill? I got you covered, brother.
Much appreciated.
Sure. So, Qrow, what do you think about all that, buddy? You're kind of in a younger stage of life. Us old people up here. I've got probably, almost 28 years on you. I know in that 28 years from when I was your age to now, I've probably lived 3 to 4 to 5 lifetimes, actually. Different lives in that time frame. How do you see your future? Do you have like a goal, and how far out does it go, or what's your focus?
That's funny. You think I have a focus?
What's a focus?
He's like, who can afford a focus in 2024? In this economy?
No shit.
No,
Have you seen how much? Yeah.
I got my goals, but I don't have an end goal in mind. I'm just gonna live life to what I feel like is the fullest, and no offense, but everyone can just suck it up if they don't like it.
Yeah, heard it here first. I like it. How about you, Smiley? You're another younger generation.
I am taking it one day at a time. Seriously, because, if I get too lost in the future, I won't live in the present. And I want to live and enjoy every experience and every moment and how everything feels, even the bad stuff. So,
well, all we have is now. So
yeah,
that's a good philosophy.
And we never get
Exactly.
back again. Once it's gone forever.
Yep. And that's one thing a lot of people forget is we always say, hey, I want to be rich. I want to have this car. I want to have this. It's like there's only one thing in this world that you can't get more of. And that's time. You can get new cars. You can get more money. You can get whatever. That doesn't matter. Time. That is one thing that's absolutely finite. So, man, cherish every second of it. Except for in Cyril's case, he's got a theory. How do we break that mold?
Well, it involves the differential equation that I wrote. And as soon as we're able to construct an interdimensional interferometer array, I'll get back to you on that.
Cool.
Perfect. Can you do it back like 20 years ago and tell me not to do this, or this, please?
But would you
No.
listen?
Go back to
Probably
2010 and tell you to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Take us with you.
I would love to see that conversation. Go buy Bitcoin. What
What's
kind
that?
of idiot?
Here, go to this website and download this code and start playing with this, and it'll just start collecting this stupid thing called a Bitcoin. You don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. Just start it up, put it in the corner, and forget about it. Check back in 2024. That's when you're going to want to really care about it.
Run it on your like single core PC and mine like a few hundred of them a day or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I don't get though is like on social media when they make fun of people because they sold it at 18,000 or 25,000. I'm like, maybe they thought that was as high as it was gonna go. I don't know. I don't. I know a lot of people just are gonna hold it for a long time, but still.
I don't know if I saw the price of $18,000 for the Bitcoin, if I at that time wouldn't be able to stop myself, because
Right.
we've all seen charts, and I think everyone here's seen a chart. I could go to bed, wake up, and now that thing that was $18,000 is $6,000, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just like we were talking earlier with grass. A lot of people got the airdrop. A lot of people cashed it out. BTK didn't. I did. I put mine into yield farming. Played with it. Now looking back, 3 days later, I was like, shit, I should have just left it there. Would have been worth more. But I didn't. And that's the thing is we never really know what tomorrow holds. So it's easy to go back and yell at people, why'd you sell it at 18K? Because I didn't know it was going to be 60K. Duh.
You're like, I don't know. Why didn't you buy
But-
3,800?
The other way to look at it though, Serenity, is like you made money off of it and I made zero off of it.
Right.
Like
That's a
I
good
still have
point.
Tokens. Like you made money. And that's
Right.
the point. It's making money.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. A lot of people get really bent out of shape. They're like, yeah, but I could have made more. And I'm guilty of that. It's like, man, if I would have just done this instead of that. But, one thing I think we're all way too hard on ourselves is we don't know what the future holds. So you made a choice at that moment in time based on what you knew. Might be wrong, might be right. Doesn't matter. You made a choice. Be proud of that fact. There are a lot of people in this world that don't make choices. They're just sheep. Walk around, bah, do whatever the government says, watch the news, bah. That's it.
Most of the opportunities you miss waiting on something else to arrive.
Exactly.
When we were
I
fishing,
know I had something that...
never
Sorry, go
leave,
ahead.
never leave fish to find fish. That was always when we were fishing. When you're fishing, you're catching little ones. You want to go get a big one. You're like, never leave fish to find fish.
I like that.
Exactly. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one. So, like this topic here, I want to interrupt here real quick, guys, because, it's those moments in time, those decisions, when we look back. Like I look back on grass, like, damn it, if I would have held, it would have doubled in price. And that triggers something that we are all familiar with, and that's depression. Everybody faces it. Everybody deals with it. And so one thing I highly recommend is go out and support Project Duck Depression. Because this, our sponsor, is something that we truly believe in here. Everybody has hard times. Everybody has bad choices, where we regret. Everyone has some form of depression some point in time in their life. And believe it or not, spreading little yellow ducks can make all the difference in the world.
We got a big old bowl of the multicolored glow-in-the-dark ones at the Halloween stand when we put up the apothecary stand. So kids were taking full-size candy bars and little glow-in-the-dark ducks.
See, that's cool. I should have gotten me some glow in the dark. That would have been awesome. I like that. So, Sai, I know October was a very important month for Project Duck Depression. You want to tell us a little bit about it since it just wrapped up?
Yeah. So the month of October is Mental Health Awareness Month, right? And when you trace back the vast majority of what's wrong in today's world, it comes back to the fact that mental health awareness was not even a thing post World War II, right? And so a lot of that went untreated and had these ripple effects of passing the trauma down generation after generation. And the way to fight back against things like that is understanding that you have to take care of the heart and the mind, and raise awareness, because a lot of people will suffer in silence, and always reach out to somebody and spread smiles wherever you go.
Well said. And yeah, that's really important. And that's one I think a lot of people, especially in today's society, we feel so disconnected and we don't reach out. We don't know how. And if we do, then people make fun of us like, oh, you're not a man because you cry. Dude, I cry like a baby. When Bambi got shot, that was it. Bambi's mom died. Game over. I bawled. I still cry during movies. You can ask Qrow. I have no problem sitting there in certain movies and I just bawl. I'm okay with that. But the most important thing, guys, is if you are feeling that overpowered, that overwhelmed and lost and disconnected, hey, reach out to somebody in Down Home Crypto. We're all in there. We're always willing to help. And I guarantee probably somebody in there has dealt with that level of trauma. Like I've told you guys, I've been through recovery. I mean, I know what it's like to be in the darkest of dark in my life, be homeless. Take your pick. So I know you've had some rough times in yours where you were homeless. And so, I mean, there's people here who have had it. We can help you through it. And I promise you, no matter what tragedy in life you're experiencing, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It may take time, may have to work for it. But if you ever hit that point where it feels totally hopeless, man, call somebody, reach out to somebody, call a hotline, do something, please. Because there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Serenity, I wasn't really planning on bringing this up while we were in here, but can I plug? So I just started a company kind of aimed at trying to help with these types of scenarios. So as somebody who, and I'd be happy to go into my stories, but we'll take all day here, who's been through, and especially the last couple months has been somebody who's been trying to actively reach out to the resources that are available. I've tried to go to therapy. I've tried to go to, I've been to the Veterans Administration, psychologists. I've been to all of these people. I reached out. I said, I'm having a hard time. I talked to chaplains. I talked to everybody. And just for me, and this isn't a knock on anybody. I'm sure that there's plenty of resources that are awesome for people out there. I just could not find what I was looking for. I couldn't find it. I could not find. And that's what was when you reached out to me was like such oh my goodness, cool. We can talk. This right here is such an awesome thing. And I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet, but I want to try to bring what you guys are doing here. I want to try to bring it bigger. I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet, but I started this company aimed at having those conversations. If anyone doesn't know who to talk to, what to do, bigshoescc at gmail.com. I'll have a conversation. Don't charge anything. It's a gratuity. I'm trying to like a gratuity based thing where you pay me what you can. If it's $5, great. If it's 5 million, even better. But I don't care. Let's talk. I'll be there to talk. So I'll get off my high horse. But that was something that we had going. I didn't really plan on bringing that up here, but I appreciate you letting me plug it.
Yeah, dude, that's great. Did you get a link for it? Share it. What do we got? Let's share it.
So bigshoescc.com. I'm still building it though. It's terrible. It's an awful website. I wouldn't even bring it up yet. Sai, that's what I was hoping to bother you a whole bunch about after you told me that you have some programming experience on trying to get this up, because one of the things that I'm really trying to do is to bring the authenticity back to helping people. I think I'm going to change this whole layout, and I'm just going to kind of post my resume and the things that I've done, the things that I've been through. Like I said, I'm a military veteran. I went to engineering school. I blah, 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 whatever, right? I've been through a divorce. I'm a single dad. Like I've been through substance, whatever, right? Like you name it, we've been there. I think I can, I don't know if I can help, but I'm willing to have the conversations. I started a nonprofit as well, where we're trying to do some cleanup efforts with homeless. And I just, the red tape and the difficulties that I'm having, here's the thing. Like right now, I'm a senior process engineer at a large company. Okay. And I'm good at picking apart processes. I'm good at getting things going. I'm good at managing projects. And I can't imagine for somebody who doesn't have the skill sets that I had, doesn't have the experience, we're trying to get I go, oh my goodness, this is impossible for me. You know what I mean? And I'm not a genius, but I'm not, I might be stupid, but I'm not a dummy. And I go, oh my goodness, this is next to impossible. So how do we make this possible? How do we make people not scared to go and help their neighbor? How do we bring the small town feel and the small town trust back? Because it wasn't long ago where I was having a medical issue and I was dying in the street and cars were driving around me. I'm going, what? Where do we live here, guys? So I don't know. I'll back up. I appreciate that though. Let me get that out.
Absolutely, Eddie. And I think that's great. And thank you for your service, by the way. And by the way, guys, there's Wild Angel from work. Also, Eddie, Wild Angel is a veteran. And I can tell you my brother's a veteran from Desert Storm, Desert Shield. My son's a veteran from Afghanistan. I get it. I understand, buddy. And yeah, that's one of the hardest things is to find the help people need. And every problem is different because every person is different.
Absolutely. And I don't, like I said, I don't know if everybody's, a lot of these therapy, everybody claims to have I'm not claiming to have the answers, but I'm claiming to want to take the journey with people. You know what I mean? So if somebody wants it, great. I'm here. I'll try to help. I took some leave time away from work to try to focus on this. And if anybody needs anything, I'm here.
Dude, you're in the right place, man. That's what Down Home Crypto is all about. We're just a big, crazy family filled with some crazy people. So I'm sure there's a lot of us that need it.
And yeah, I'd be happy to, help you with getting a website together for it, right? If there's any costs incurred, you got to cover that, but I'll cover the, putting it together and all of that. I do that all the time. So
thanks, man. I paid for the, I got the service. I tried to do it with the AI and the blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm like figuring out I must be dyslexic. I'm like, I must be, because this is just, it's another language out here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. And want to say hi, Hope Giver. Hi, Mom. That's Mom. And she only has one shoe because she only has one leg. Can you fix that? Probably not, Mom. Unfortunately, you got a robot leg. I think you're doing great personally. So, Eddie, I'm curious. Now, of course, when you signed up, now this is something that I know a lot of people have had to deal with, is when somebody does join the military, whether it be yourself or family members, that's a pretty traumatic event, just that initial sign up. When you initially got in, did you ever think that you would have to be creating this foundation to help people because they can't get any help? Or
not at all. To be honest with you, I've spent most of my life as for lack of a better term, a mental health critic. A suck it, right? Like a suck it up, get through it. Like I don't want to, I spent most of my life kind of in that, and it's not until you go through things yourself. And to be honest, it's not until afterwards that I can kind of reflect, right? When you can kind of look back on that lifetime and say, oh, I've got an opportunity for a new lifetime. What adjustments do I need to make? So, but yeah, I mean, even initial signing up, nobody wanted me to. I didn't have much support to make the to actually go and sign up. Most of the people around me were advising me against it, but I'm very happy that I did. It was a great experience. I didn't do anything crazy. I sat in Florida. I had an easy enlistment. There's guys out there that do, you know what I mean? I do real stuff all the time. I got to do some pretty cool stuff. I was a canine handler, and I drove boats for a little bit, so I got to do a lot of high level security down there in Florida as a canine handler, which was really cool. But it's very safe compared to what a lot of veterans do. So you know what I mean? I got to give a lot of credit to those guys and gals that are out there really putting it on the line.
Absolutely. And I've always had an immense amount of respect. My whole family's always been veterans and supportive. But, when you sign that on the dotted line, you're literally signing a blank check, including everything. Your mental health, your life, your family, everything is on the line, and you're willing to pay everything for that price. And that takes a special breed. So thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Wild Angel. Thank you to whoever who has served or is thinking about serving. And Mega Hash's big part of the problem is services are flooded lately with a crazy amount of people, all of whom are having perfectly natural reactions to living in late-stage capitalism. That's it, buddy.
That's my account.
I know. So
Oh.
I was going to say,
Sorry, I didn't realize that.
expand on that if you would, buddy. Tell us about it.
Well, that's what's going on, right? Is living in the late stages of capitalism is very draining on mental health, because when everything is getting more and more expensive, wages are not, houses are, rent is, food is. What are you supposed to feel, right? What else are you supposed to feel when it doesn't matter how many extra hours you put in? It's just never quite enough, right? And that sort of problem is affecting more and more and more people as we're getting into later and later stages of capitalism. And the problem with it is, as we all know, is inflation goes in a parabola. So it starts off slow and then whoop, off it goes. So, but these services are being overwhelmed. Let's be honest, psychiatry is not generally the first field people think to get into, right? The only reason why I went to college for psychology was because I wanted to figure out how people think, so I knew how to interact with them and could actually mask the autism better. I wasn't looking at it for a job. And so there's just not a lot available to meet the surge in demand.
Sorry, I was refilling my drink. I was muted. So now that's interesting. And like you were talking about capitalism, the things have changed. So now we start out talking about how many lives in a lifetime. Now, a lot of times we look at, we change careers. We made those choices because we want to do this or want to do that. I'm curious, in your guys' lives, how many times have you been forced to make those changes based on an outside force, like capitalism or recession or whatever it is? Is that a reality that people have to deal with?
Oh, of course.
Sometimes the direction the radius cone is pointing can be changed due to external factors.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have as much control as we might like to think we do.
Well, I mean, if we're still stuck in that wave, right? That is going to have low points, it's going to have high points. Your goal is to just find peace within it, right? And to live a life within it. Because all you have is your moment. So, you can't always choose the direction your cone's pointing, right? But you can choose where you're going within that cone.
Okay. Good.
I would love, because I'm kind of in the thick of it right now, to be honest with you guys, on just this scenario, right? Where I've gotten to the point in my life where I go, okay, I've got a good job where I make enough money to do what I want to do. But it takes time away from seeing my kid. I have to travel a lot. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit behind a computer for 12 hours. I want to do different things, right? Where I go, okay, so this is where I just started this other company. And again, I have no idea, honestly, what I'm doing with it, but I'm going, I know what I don't want to do. I don't want to go back to, corporate and do all that. I'm downsizing into a travel trailer. I'm doing, all these kinds of things. And I would love to hear what you guys think about how to navigate some of these life decisions, because I'm constantly every day bouncing back and forth of, do I and just go back to the 9 to 5, Or do I stay in this grind of trying to do something different and have a different, because really at the crux of it for me is my 4-year-old, right? Like I go, oh, society's screwed and she's about to go into it. Like, uh-oh, you know what I mean? Like, so do I pursue that or do I sit back and ride the wave? You know what I mean? Do I nose down or do we ease back? And that's the everyday back and forth.
Well, I guess the question is, I'm going to answer your question with a question. Do you want to still be asking that same question 10 years from now?
How do you avoid that?
Well, you don't do it by working a 9 to 5, right? So, because here's the thing. There are 3 ways to make money, right? Which is what allows us to play the money game that we call society. The primary one that most people use is their time and labor, right? Problem is that will always be capped. There's a max that you are allowed, there's only so many hours in a day, and any kind of job that is hourly labor based, where you're putting in your time either at a keyboard or out in the field, right? It doesn't matter. It's going to be capped. There's only so much that you can earn with it. The other 2 ways is with your mind and with your mouth. There is no cap on those, right? Because once you put it out there, once you create a revenue stream, whether it's content, whether it's books, whether it's, and those could be kids' books to, whatever, it doesn't matter. Self-help books. Putting something out there. Now that we live in an attention-based economy, as long as enough people see it, it will earn you enough money, right? Produce good content, keep trying, whether it's books, art, music, whatever it is, try. Just keep trying it, keep doing it, keep getting better at it, keep getting more attention towards it, and that raises the value, right? And then all of your previous content, whether, again, regardless of what it is going to get that attention now too. So it's just a matter of persistence, walking the path to the end, and then once you are fully out of options and there is no other choices, then you have to end the path, which starts your new path.
We got to put you in the locker room. This is a hell of a halftime speech. I'm fired up.
I haven't even gone yet.
Right. You're free.
Oh, okay. My advice would be don't be afraid to trailblaze and don't listen to all those people who like to criticize what you're doing. It's not their life. It's not their choice. I mean, especially if what you're doing is not hurting them in any way, because I switched from teaching to going into crypto of all things, and you would not believe the reactions I have gotten from all my family and friends. I'm the only one who enjoys this space, and yes, there's problems with it, and it doesn't look the same as when I got in 3 years ago, but I'm doing something now that I absolutely love. And it's different from teaching, and I don't know, maybe I'll go back to teaching or not, but I have to go do what I want to, that's my life, my choice, and live with it and enjoy it, and I have no regrets at all. And so I would encourage you, if you feel like this is what you're supposed to do, your passion, your meaning, or at least you want to see if it is, go do it, and take your kid with you, because what better way for your child to learn how to live life than to model it by caring for other people and making the world better for them and listening to people who need to have a voice heard? Because one of the best things about Down Home Crypto and Freaky Friday is that I can talk and everyone listens to me. They really listen to what I have to say. And they don't judge me because I have a different life and a different perspective and a different view. They actually let me express that. And, they ask me questions and, they don't always agree with me, but so what? It doesn't matter. They still care for me as a person and respect me. And so you are welcome here every week if you want to. I would love to have you come and just talk and give us an update. Okay, I'm done.
You gave me goosebumps. Thank you, Smiley. That was awesome. So then I think that the bigger question is then how do we get what I would describe as the 5% mentality in here, which is one of positivity and inclusion and all of the awesome things that you guys just told me. How do we get the 95% to because my fear, I can do this as best as I can, for as long as I can, as long as I'm around, right? But inevitably that day will come. So how do we leave our mark, and how do we influence the 95% that are the haters,
Okay. So before we dive into that one, I want to make sure Qrow and BTK have a chance to talk, because, man, I've got so much to say on this topic. But I want to give everybody a chance. So, Qrow, man, you got anything to say on the first section, buddy? Okay. BTK, take it away.
Keep going.
Okay. So, Eddie, man, I got to tell you, I'm about as crazy as they get. Okay. I've lived countless lives, and I've done, I'm high functioning autism, kind of like Cy. We've got similarities. I'm an extremist. I don't do anything halfway. I don't look for a safety net. I don't even look for the bottom before I jump. I could give a rat's ass. I go all in, 100%, and I'm either going to fly or I'm going to crash and burn. Not saying that's the best way to do it, but here's the trick. I've got 6 kids. In my life, I have changed careers. I've shut down businesses, packed up my car, and moved to another state because I just visited and walked in and say, hey, can I get a job? They're like, sure, when you be here? I'll be here in 2 weeks. Hey, everybody, we're moving. They're like, what? Yeah. And I've crashed and burned. I've been homeless, living on a porch in the wintertime. So I've been in all those extremes. And I got to tell you, the one thing for me personally that I cherish the most is I've been able to share those experiences with my children and show them fear should not control you. Doesn't matter if you hit rock bottom, face plant in a ball of flames, get back up. And you can. They've seen me go through addiction. They've seen me go through recovery. And the hardest conversation I ever had is I'd sit down and tell my kids, like, guys, I got to be honest. I'm addicted to meth. Straight up. That's why I'm so crazy. And I'm going to fix it. And speak the devil. There you go. Alistair. Yeah, that's Revenant. He's one of those. And I've sat in front of my kids and I've just bawled because I had to admit to them I was an addict and that I was going to fix it. So they've seen me at the darkest of dark. They've seen me at the top of the world. Plenty of money, living on the edge. They've seen everything in between. And I think the most important thing for me is that my children, they are my mark. And I'm going to show them, don't let fear control you. Don't let the masses control you. You do what you feel is right, and to hell with the rest of them. It's like Smiley was saying, screw the world. If 95% want to be sheep, I can't control that. I'll welcome them on my journey with me. I will support them. I will help them, raise them up however I can. But I'm not going to ridicule or criticize if they don't want to do that, because that life's not for everybody. But my mark is my children having the courage to blaze their own trail when it comes their time. That's just me personally.
You guys are awesome. You guys don't know how long I've been looking, trying to find this. So thank you.
We're just happy you're here, brother. Go ahead, Cy. I know you're dying to say something. You're muted. Cyro, you're muted.
Yes. I said yes, 1 second. I just need to make sure I didn't lose that train of thought, but I think for sure I did this now because I muted myself. Crap.
Fear
It was
of
good
failure?
too.
Fear of failure? That's what you posted.
Oh, well, no, because fear, what keeps people attached to their 9-to-5 job is that they never learned how to survive. Honestly. Because money is just a tool that you use to pay other people for the labor and time that goes into survival, right? Think about it. You're buying the meat, you're buying the food, you're buying the clothes, you're buying the house, right? From people who put in the time and labor to produce said goods. And then, of course, all the corporations that added their 99% markups. But either way, if you trust your own ability to survive on your own, to build yourself shelter, to feed yourself and your family or whatnot, then there shouldn't be a fear of trying something new, right? Of working towards a passion, of creating a better life. Because like I said earlier, You can always go back to a 9 to 5 if you need to, or, Serenity, you can always go cut wires again, if you need to. I can always go paint houses if I need to. But your daughter will not always be 4. My daughter will not always be 11. I remember, when I left a career that I was in, I was the guy that a company would send to locations that were failing, fix them up, put them at the top of the scorecard, and I was away from home 70, 80 hours a week. And my daughter had just been born, and I told the regional guy, and I was like, I don't want to miss the first everything. And they said to me, well, then you chose the wrong career. And I said, bet. And I left when we moved up here, my daughter was 3 months old. I didn't want to be gone 80 hours a week.
I'm sure you have no regrets either.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. And I one thing I want to throw in there, Sai, because there is still a picture we have that haunts me every day of my life. Because back when my children were about that 4, 5, 6, between Horatio, Ray, and Gage, I was running a hardwood floor company, and I was working 60 to 80 hours a week. They didn't see me. They really didn't. They had no idea. And I've got a picture of, I think it's Gage, sitting there with a phone, and he's like 5 years old. And Mom wrote on the bottom, trying to call Dad. Because I was so alienated from my own children their first 4 or 5 years of their life, they had to talk to me on the phone. I would come home middle of the night, crash for a few hours, get up, go to work. They never saw me. I missed so much. And that is one of the most haunting images that I carry to remind me every day to seize the day. Because that time will never be there again.
Well, Eddie, I just want to put out there, I had been hounding my wife for about 2 years to start her own business. She went from working 5 days a week, 5.5, 6 hour days while the daughter was in school, to now she works an average of 3 days a week, sometimes 4, maybe 4 hours, occasionally 5 when she's there, and she makes 2 to 3 times what she made before.
That's awesome.
And she keeps scaling her clients up, getting more and more per client now, as older, lower paying clients are, going by the wayside and leaving for whatever reasons. So I'm happy to help give some pointers and advice in regards to getting things going for you. I know Lynn, Wild Angel, who's not here with us tonight, she recently started working towards her business, and like I've said before, you don't get to be someone I know and not grow.
I can vouch for that.
Me too.
I won't accept it.
Hell yeah, I love it. This is awesome. Well, listen, I'm going for it. I bought a bunch of equipment. I've already put I bought just trying different things, right? Like you guys are saying, I ordered a whittling kit last night. I'm like, I'm gonna try to whittle some stuff and see if let's see what happens there. I don't know. So I'm with you guys. I'll keep you posted. I appreciate this. Put that morning cup of coffee back in you, you know what I mean? Get you going. So, can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys having me in here and doing that. So I'm going to bail out now and go pick up the 4-year-old who's at the friend's house. And I appreciate it. And I look forward to talking to you guys in the future. All right.
Cool.
Sounds good, Eddie.
We got over there. That's pretty cool. What's that? You made that?
I made that. Yep. It's Venetian plaster. It's an art piece. So yeah, always try new things just for the heck of it. Yep. You don't have to monetize it, just have fun.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
We'll figure out the rest. Well, fingers crossed we do figure it out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Eddie. And you're always welcome, buddy. Make sure to jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. And let's connect there. You start doing some pieces, man. We'll make you a channel. We'll open up just like Dreaming Dragons. We got your back, brother.
Okay, cool. I'll keep bugging inside because I don't even have a Discord set up. So I mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got no idea what I'm doing. All right,
you will. Again. Trust me.
Yeah, and as many times as I can get the babysitter on Friday nights, I'm here. So thank you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, Eddie. Have a good time, bud.
Later, dude.
And there were 5.
Uh-oh.
That was a great surprise. So I thank you for inviting him.
Yeah, sure thing. The funny thing is, we actually met because of a Facebook Reel video comment. He had posted a drawing that he made depicting what I knew to be a toroid, and all he said was the real shape of our universe. And I'm like, my kind of people.
That's cool.
I know him. Yeah, I got to get to know that guy. And you know what? That's what life's all about, guys. And if you're watching this either live or on recording, do us a favor. Make sure to like and subscribe. Jump to the Down Home Crypto Discord, because that's where all these people hang out. And if you want help and support, like Smiley's talking, we're there to help you in whatever your crazy adventure is. And odds are we probably got somebody who's been there or has at least a few tips and tricks to share. So, I think we've gone down the rabbit hole of multiple lifetimes. I'm curious. So, if you guys had to count before we close this out and get to questing with Qrow, yep, Sai says 6. I'm at least 9 different lives in my lifetime. Smiley, what about you?
We are counting just this one.
I didn't count yet. Hold on. Come back to me, please.
Okay, Qrow, how many chapters in your lifetime so far? 6? Okay. How about you, BTK?
I don't really. It's lifetime, and time is not quite.
It's just one.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
That's okay. You don't have to. Okay, Smiley, we're back to you.
I think I'm on my 7th.
Right on. So now for the general consensus to the audience out there, does that mean the more chapters or lifetimes or lives in our lifetime, the crazier we are or the braver we are? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments.
I'm crazy.
Okay. Well, just real quick, but I want because okay. So I accidentally started a cult on Facebook, and we have 7 members. But anywho, in a paragraph, this is what we believe. We believe everything is conscious because it's all comprised of energy, frequency waves, and varying states of vibration. Ergo, thought is energy. We believe that when the first true awareness was formed in the quantum soup of dense hot plasma, it branched out instantaneously in all directions to explore everything it could possibly imagine. Each of us are a piece of that, exploring and experiencing the world, but we are all one and the same awareness at the end of the day, just living a different perspective. So treat each other well and be kind, because every time you are mean to someone, you're really being mean to yourself, living out a different perspective. Just experience as much as you can, feel as deep as you can, and be true to yourself without harming others in the process. Respect life and nature. As soon as we hit 100 members, we will qualify for tax-exempt status.
Nice.
Woohoo! I like it. Okay, everybody join the Qrow Cult 2024. There we go. I love it. We need buttons.
Oh man, are you going to expand? Because I'm not on Facebook.
It's just, you just have to say I'm a member. That's it. That's the way these things work, right? You know, people just say I'm a Christian or I'm Catholic or I'm a whatever, right? That's the way it works.
I'm an addict. I mean, we're all meeting.
Oh, I'm totally an addict.
This is CA, Cults Anonymous.
Oh,
CANA. Yeah, it all blends together after a while. And so Alistair says, the more chapters, the more opportunities in life. That's what I like to hear, buddy. Yep.
Good answer.
See, that's my mark in life. That's I wish Eddie was still here. That's what I'm looking to create is my children with those mindsets. Looks like my job here is done. Now we got to see if we're going to survive. So, Qrow, my man. Wait, I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. We're going to have nice things.
How are we going to do this? We're missing like
Right.
2/3.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
You know what's cool, Si?
Whoa.
We don't have to worry about it because we're just the players. We're not the GM.
That is true. That is true.
BTK, are you interested in joining us, my man?
I'm actually gonna jet.
Okay.
Thank
Well, thank you, BTK.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun chatting with you guys. Happy Friday.
Same to you.
Happy Friday, brother. Hey, I hope your grass keeps going to the moon, my man.
Thanks, dude. All right, later.
Take care, brother.
See ya.
All right. So, chapter 10. Wow.
Wow, already?
Da-da-da-da.
I need to like
Yeah.
come up with like titles. Like what's the in books you have the title of the book that says like kind of gives you like what's gonna happen there.
Burn, baby,
I still think we
burn.
need to make you your own stream, and we start doing this on a regular weekly basis, like half a Saturday.
That's very tempting.
Yeah, so we have like the full time and everything to really get in there. And
Okay, so
all right, I got my sheet pulled up.
Me too.
to paint the picture, last time did he just crash?
Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
He's gone.
To paint the picture,
Oops.
he's gone.
Don't click that button. My bad. I didn't know a thumb button would do that on my mouse. Okay.
Oh, it's the backwards, the reload.
It was. I'm like, oh my god, did I just kill the stream? Thank God I'm running StreamYard. It protects me.
From your own stupidity. So
Yeah.
last time we left off, people ran through fire, weird stuff's happening everywhere. Last thing we left off is everyone was pulling, I believe it was Qrow. He fell through the fire, got knocked unconscious, really bad burns. You guys were dragging him, and all of a sudden, Qrow got hit with something. You guys don't know what it is. You heard a thwip, and then she collapsed. And that's where we leave off. Or that's where we left off. My bad. So what's everybody doing?
You're muted, Serenity.
Saying this works really well because I think only 3 of us are still conscious, aren't we?
Probably after next turn, only 3 of us will be conscious.
Right.
Would be my guess. But no, there's more than just 3 currently conscious.
Nope. You guys are the only ones conscious.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
You were running back to camp. Duel was able to make it to the fire because he doused himself with water. Kira's now unconscious. Qrow got unconscious because he took too much damage.
And I'm barefoot.
You're conscious. Rune has been unconscious. And this guy is... No one knows where he's at.
He's gone.
He ran away.
He's like,
Wait.
yeah, nope, I'm out.
Tan didn't get back to camp yet, right?
No, I did.
Oh, he
The
did.
dragon is in tow.
He's on the
Okay.
way back and he's making a path to the dragon.
I
Oh, that's
literally
right, that's right,
just
that's-
finished getting there, and then the thwip took Kira out.
Speaking of which, Duel, you look to your right and you just see this path. Probably 15 yards wide. Of just trees being uprooted and fallen over and taken now. And just this path with this dragon just made a beeline. Following this itty bitty elf.
Oh. Little baby.
Yeah, you probably had trouble hearing Tanathiel over the sound of all the trees falling and the thud of footsteps. But you can see the dragon. It's very menacing. It's very scary.
We're all gonna die.
So starting with Smiley, what are you doing?
Oh. Okay, so I am conscious, and
Yes.
Kira's next to me, and the fire's coming towards us, so I'm gonna start to pull her away from the fire.
Okay. So you make a strength check. You try to get a hold of her and drag her, but for the life of you, you can't. You got veins popping out of your head.
Oh, that's bad.
And Serenity, what are you doing? Keep in mind the slime's
God,
on.
I'm surrounded by bodies everywhere. Shit.
And slime.
How far is the fire?
The fire is probably 25 yards away. 25 yards away.
So I would assess that as not an immediate threat. I've got a little bit of time. From what I see, does anybody have obvious major wounds that need immediate attention?
Qrow
Qrow,
has
okay.
the most wounds on it. Rune isn't far behind. The fire is spreading towards him, and there is slimes just on the horizon. But currently, at this moment, Qrow is the most injured.
Okay. Qrow's the most injured, but Rune is in the closer proximity of danger. Okay. What kind of wounds, when I look at Qrow, what kind of wounds do I see?
Second and third degree burns.
He just ran through a fire with 1 HP.
He's like a big marshmallow. Okay, I cooked him. Got it.
It's not my brand character.
Okay, so I'm going to hope that I see the crazy wizard or the dragon from hell running at me. I'm going to hope that that wizard can do something for those burns. If it was a gouge or a gash, something like that, I could stitch, I could heal, I could patch. Burns, I really don't have a lot that I'm aware of.
So I'm going to remind you, because I'm a terrible DM, I've yet to relinquish your character sheet to you. Inside your pack, you do have a couple healing potions.
Oh, I do? Okay. Hey, I didn't know that.
Hence why I'm telling you, because again, terrible DM.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so I can do an action movement. I'm going to action, grab my healing potion, and either pour that down their throat or on their body, however I do it, to Qrow.
Okay.
Because I'm right next to Qrow, so I don't have to move to do that. That's just a whole dump.
Correct.
Then for my movement, I'm going to... Hold on. Yeah, for my movement, I'm going to head... After I do the potion, I'm going to move to Rune in preparation to move him on the next turn.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure that using a potion is a bonus action, not an action. So he should still... No?
Baldur's Gate did that weird.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Plus, you gotta keep in mind it's taken it out of a pack, shoving it down someone else's throat. Yeah, pretty much.
Drink
All right.
it! Drink that!
Cyril, your turn, my man. What did you do?
All right. How far from them am I currently, since we are off the grid?
Real quick, I doubt it's gonna happen, but just ask, does anyone think they're gonna go back to the field?
There's a wall of fire.
Okay.
No.
I had a feeling, but I didn't want to assume. How do I do it?
I did remind you about a bigger map earlier today.
Yeah, but I don't have a bigger. Got this. There we
Ooh,
go.
That's cool.
Okay. So you're about maybe 15, 20 feet from them. You're not
Okay.
that far away.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move the 15 feet. So I guess the 3 yards on over to them. 5 yards. Yes, 5 yards.
You're-
Hey, happy juice is all gone. All right. So I'm gonna move the 5 yards to them. Dragon in tow, and I am going to point at the slimes and shout to the dragon, "Please help with those." And then let's see. At that point, I should be right next to them. I apparently do not have any potions. Nor do I have a spell with which to help them. So yeah, that's
That's
it
what you
for
do.
me.
Okay. I don't think I have a big enough token
Oh, for the dragon.
for the dragon. Oh, I do!
Nice.
There you go. Oh man, we don't rate high enough for a bronze dragon.
There we go. So, perspective.
He's big.
Big dragon.
Big dragon. Okay, so
Where's the slimes?
I was just about to get to that. Damn it. Okay, I have the rights to a slime, but not a... Going back to shapes and colors. I like shapes and colors. Who here doesn't like shapes and colors?
I like pink.
Like them red
I
squares.
like green. They taste good.
I like... Oh no.
Green what?
Green crayons.
Green crayons?
Yeah, they taste like pistachio.
Ew, I have never in my life eaten a crayon.
You haven't experienced the joy.
I
There's a
can't
lot of
do that.
5-year-olds who love crayons.
I'm sure.
Okay, 3-year-olds.
Okay. So you moved closer to here, to them and the slimes, right?
Yeah.
And Dragon followed, and you pointed and said, "Bad, kill." He comes over here, and Copper is acid, I believe. So he shoots acid at all the slimes.
And?
Can't really see anything. It's just a pool of acid. In fact, like the ground actually melts, so it's like literally a pool of acid.
Nice.
And then back to Smiley. What are you doing, Smiley?
Oh, I still don't know. So I use up an action talking to everybody, right? I need to talk.
No, so if it's short, it's a bonus. If you do like a huge long, you can't really do huge long sentences during combat.
Okay. What do you guys want me to do?
Perfect. That's acceptable.
Okay, good.
I shout back, help, Duel, get him out of there.
Okay.
I like it. Alright. What do you do, Selena? Do you go run towards the duel? What do you do?
Yes, I go run towards Duel. To go help Duel.
Okay.
Although I feel bad leaving Qrow behind.
I'm by them.
Okay,
Plus, I got the big dragon here.
that's true.
Ooh. I didn't think this would happen.
What do you mean?
I didn't think this would happen.
That didn't sound good.
No. Did he just roll a 20?
No. He got a natural 20.
Oh.
Perception.
That was Selena's roll. But what did I roll?
Performance, persuasion, perception.
There we go.
Oh, what?
Oh, I rolled a 19.
Good job, Duel!
What'd they do?
Nothing, apparently.
Apparently. I got marshmallows. I'm good.
Oh, he failed his.
Okay.
Oh,
Duel, it is your turn.
Okay, so what did I just do, or do I dare ask?
Do you play your turn?
Okay, so I should be at Rune.
You are.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him under the arms
Okay.
and start pulling him backwards as I shout, "Grab his feet!"
Duel, strength. I thought you rolled a 1 for a second. It looked like you rolled a 1.
That'd suck.
That would suck. You pick him up like he's a freaking 3-year-old and just start to drag him. Okay. Tanithiel, it is your turn, good sir.
okay. Well, I know I come after the slimes, so the slimes must be toasty.
You gonna brave the pool of acid to check it?
No. I'm just going to be happy that they're not currently a problem, right? If they become a problem, that's future me's problem.
That's future.
So, I am going to rush over to Kree. Sorry.
Okay, as soon as you turn to go rush over Kree, Qrow's gone.
I see this.
Gone?
Now you see this.
Like poof?
I've rolled a 19 on my perception check earlier.
Yes, you did.
That wasn't high enough?
Now when I roll a 20,
Oh. Okay. Rude. Alright, so anywho, I'm going over to Kree.
Okay.
Right? And I'm going to start pulling him away from the acid.
Okay.
Just in case they aren't dead. They might just be floating.
11.
Maybe I can't get him far.
You can pick him up, but dragging him is a pain. You're not gonna be able to get him that far.
Moved him a little bit at least.
That you did.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's it for me.
Back to Smiley.
I am going to pick up the feet, if I can, of Rune and help Duel. Dune.
Dune, I love Dune. Duel, it's your turn.
Okay, so now we've got Rune doing good. We're rocking and rolling. So I'm dragging him. She got her feet. I'm looking behind me. Like,
As soon as you look behind you, you notice Kira is missing.
where the fuck did she go? Of course, I'm still dragging Rune. I'm trying to meet up with everybody else and get us in it back. But yeah, I start screaming out, "Where'd she go?" And we just keep booking it.
Okay. At this moment, combat is over.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
We survived, kind of.
Well,
Okay. So yeah, you don't have to. I'm not gonna move your tokens individually. We're just gonna voice what we're doing now.
Okay.
And this is gonna be kind of the area where things occur.
Okay.
God.
So you go meet up with, I imagine, Tanathiel and Kree, right? Duel.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get over there and find out. So we put the two unconscious people side by side. It's my end goal.
Right. So you are absolutely able to do that.
cool.
All right. Guys, do either of you remember whether or not Rune should have a dragon whistle at the very least?
Yes.
And I know Kree probably doesn't. But can we check anyway, just in case?
You are absolutely allowed to manhandle his body.
All right, I'm gonna manhandle it out. Rifle through his pockets.
Looking for loose change.
Make my life easy.
Do I find anything?
I mean, nothing crazy. I'll just tell you exactly what you find. You find he's got chainmail on, some common clothes, nothing refined, an emblem of some sort. It's of a bird. A great axe, a bunch of javelins. He's got some cards on him. Fumble with the cards, nothing seems weird about them. They're not like marked or anything like that. He's got a shield. Nothing out of the ordinary per se. Some gold and some money.
Well, I'm not going to take that, so... all right. Well, he doesn't have any health potions in there, so we can't really use that to maybe help get him out of whatever situation he's in. They're
He's
unconscious.
able, he's just not in the best boat.
Yeah. I figured we could at least heal him up, but I don't have anything for that. Neither does he, so...
After you do that for a while, you see the dragon tramples over into the pool of acid, continues to breathe acid into the pool
Oh.
over and over again, very overzealously, and then he comes over and he says in Draconic, so whoever can understand Draconic, which I think is only you, Tan, I feel. My service is done. And then he picks up his wings and he flies off. And as he flies off, you hear your whistle just break, or the whistle you blew in just.
And we all fall over because of the wind.
If you're kind of on the fence of how strong you are or how weak you are, yeah, you fall over. It is pretty vicious.
Okay.
Thank
all right,
you.
guys. Yeah, I shall thank you after as well. So, guys, we got 2 unconscious people here. I think that we should blow Rune's whistle, have the dragon take these 2 back to the city. What do you guys think? That way they can get help, because I don't have anything to help them. Do you?
No, but
How did the healing potion work on him that I used?
Worked really well. A bunch of his burns, not mended, but kind of like his 3rd-degree burns went to 2nd-degree burns, his 2nd-degree burns went to 1st-degree burns.
Okay.
Will the dragon take 2 people?
Good point.
All right. So, somebody remind me, what was wrong with Rune?
Loss of blood.
Okay.
He got game banged by the slimes and just.
Oh.
That's so wrong. The imagery in my head just went, oh. All I saw was a 3-foot gummy bear gangbanging Rune.
No, he spawned in from the portal and then he got surrounded and they just all took their turns beating the shit out of him.
He forgot everything, and then he died. Well, not quite.
Okay, so
If we have to make a choice, I say that we should at least we should blow Rune's whistle or whatever so that he gets taken back to safety to get healed, because, that's his whistle. If we have to choose. Or we can ask him to take Qrow too.
one sec though. Okay, so now if Qrow is his burns are diminishing, they're now no longer at a life-threatening status.
Mm-hmm.
But Rune is. You said I had how many healing potions in my bag?
If you had 3, so now you're down to 2.
Oh.
Okay, so before we burn up his whistle and segregate the party, because we don't know what's going to happen if we just set him loose, or one of us have to go, I say we give him one of my healing potions and let's see what that does.
You had more healing potions this whole time and didn't say anything?
I didn't know, yeah.
Okay, well, before we just dump both of them on him, how about
just one.
we use one, see where he's at, see how he's looking. You hang on to that last one, because it's a ways before we get back to anywhere, I think, where we'd be able to get another healing potion.
Right.
Agreed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's use one and then reassess him and then decide before we burn up his whistle or anything else. Because it helped Qrow pretty well. Let's see if it'll help Rune too.
All right.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
Let's do it.
Kind of force his mouth open and then basically shove it in there and close it back up. Yeah, we drop in there and he doesn't come conscious, but the color returns to his cheeks. You see him
Nice.
He's
his
looking
cheeks are kind of dull.
better already.
He looks
Be
pretty
fine.
good comparatively.
Okay. So if we've got both of them out of the woods for immediate death, I say we take them back to camp. Let's plan on, let's stay a day or two and let's just get some resources, build up, heal ourselves up, take a strategy, and then plan it from there versus just sending somebody off. That's my thoughts. What do you guys think?
I think it's a good idea. I want to take the rope that I have and using some of these new abundant source of broken branches, construct essentially one of those pull behinds. I forget what they're called.
I know.
A litter.
They're basically V-shaped, and they're like pull behind carriers. I want to go ahead and construct 2 of those, so we can stick these unconscious people, make it easier to carry all the way back to camp. So, Smiley, why don't you give me a hand with that? Duel, can you go grab like two? No, we would need 4 of those about this big around. See if you can find those. Try to get them, as straight or kind of curved, and bring those back here. And then Smiley, you give me a hand with the rope. We're gonna like a weave back and forth across the branches that he brings us, and we're gonna slide them on out of here down that beautiful path back to camp, and wait for them to wake up, I guess.
Is anyone doing anything about the missing Kira?
Nope. What would we do? What do you guys think?
I mean, she's gone. We could look around this area, see if we see anything that might give an indication as to where she went. But, I don't... Yeah, so what would that be, an investigation?
That would be an investigation.
Yeah, which I get +7 on, so...
Nice.
Ooh.
Find that temporal rift she fell into. That might be our way out.
Well, I'll keep working on building the carriers. The
You're not
litter
going to
thing.
investigate?
Nope. He's better at it than me. I'll have him
Cool.
investigate, and I'll keep an eye on the bodies while I make up the...
You're muted.
I am?
No,
Duel
Duel is.
is muted.
I pushed the button. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look around because, of course, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on with her. And so I'll do a quick investigation, then I'll grab my axe and start going for wood.
Y'all see
Sir, are we keeping you up?
Natural
21, yeah.
Natural 20.
Who did that?
You did.
Write it on the calendar. That won't happen again.
Wow. Okay. So,
Thanks to my bonuses, I got a 21 as well.
yeah,
I'll
you
just
guys look
roll
at
a
the
nat
score,
20.
except one got a natural 20, which is, in my opinion, better. So, Tanithil, you start first getting into where you saw her collapse, and you find this blow dart, about yay big. After the needle, there's some form of glass which held some form of liquid, but it's drained of all of it. You're looking in there, you can see a couple drops, but nothing substantial, nothing major left over. You start looking around, and you just, other than that, you can't find anything. And then Duel walks up. And you start looking, Duel, and you just happen to do the one thing that no one else ever does in the world. You look up. And when you look up, you see, very faintly, scratch marks coming down the trees.
Uh-oh.
As if someone slid down the trees themselves.
She's been taken by the Lorax.
Do you, if you were so inclined to get up to the trees, you notice that they're almost claw marks. You start to kind of look inside the claw marks, and you see this purple kind of ooze coming out of it. Definitely not tree sap. You can choose to investigate further, or you can end your investigation there. That is up to you. And as soon as he points it out to you, Tanithil, you notice it too. You notice the scratch marks, and you notice everything he's noticing. He was just the first person to...
Why would anybody else look up besides me?
Okay. She's been taken by something. Something clearly intelligent. The claw marks indicate animal, but the glass vial and the blow dart indicate intelligence. So, we should probably see why they just wanted to come and take her. Because this was clearly not just a creature that decided it was hungry.
Agreed.
She is the first
And-
one who set the trees on fire. Maybe it was, because she fired... Huh? Oh, she was the second? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you're noting that one down. Yeah, we definitely got to investigate because we don't know if that's still a lasting threat. Even going back to camp, we may still be in danger. let's at least make sure to exhaust that possibility.
Okay. So
Yeah, I agree.
Duel. Holy shite.
Damn, I'm on a roll. I'm going to Vegas.
Woohoo.
Higher than Tanathiel. So you get up there and you, Tanathiel spots where the perch was, where they were obviously like hanging out. And then from there you kind of start to look around and you notice, heading northwest, very far in the distance, you see a tree branch that got like knocked down as if someone stepped on it and never came all the way back up.
We're being observed.
Not per se, almost like they traveled in that direction, and that
Is it just me or did he freeze?
He froze.
Oh, okay.
And Qrow clicked the button.
I did.
Okay, he's back.
Fun.
You're back.
So the tree froze.
No, it's like someone stepped on it as they were coming down, and then as it was coming up, it caught something and never finished coming back up. Not as if someone's sitting on it.
Okay, so nobody transparent is sitting on it watching us right now then. Isn't northwest back towards camp?
Yes.
Okay, so obviously we need to investigate this further, but doing it before we get these people back and get resources, I suggest we get these guys back, get them set, we post a guard, and then we start investigating in pairs and go out and figure this out.
Yeah, I agree.
So y'all gather the people. No one investigates the cesspit of acid?
No.
Oh, hell no.
You guys
Fuck
can.
that.
Screw those things.
Dragon cooked them. They're good. We hope.
Alright, so you all gather everyone up, shoot off to camp. You get to camp and it's pretty much the way it was left. Except some packs are missing. Nothing. Packs that you guys grabbed. Nothing like not there prior.
Okay, good.
It's camp.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry. I was just going to say I would imagine that the packs that we're missing are with us since we grabbed them. So.
So,
I was gonna say first, can we like hammock up the injured people who are unconscious so that the slimes don't get them?
Yeah. So what we can do is we can take, now that we're back at camp and have access to the rest of the packs, let's grab a little bit more rope. Let's just take these things that we've already constructed. We can tie off the bottom of them, both sides to the trees, and now the slings can act as hammocks. And we'll get them up and out of the way. And then who wants to keep watch of Sleeping Beauties here?
I will.
Real quick, I want everyone to have a realization. I've been kind of keeping a vague track of how much rope you've all been using. And unless someone has some rope that they haven't touched yet, I'm pretty sure you're all out. Between doing the hammocks and all the other things and the rescue operation and burning of it, I'm pretty sure you're running really low on it.
Okay.
okay.
Well, we should still have the hammocks that were at camp, no?
Yeah, no, they're still up there. I'm saying, like, don't
Okay.
go into a dungeon and go, I'm going to rappel down with this rope.
Yeah.
You're out of a good substantial amount of rope.
Yeah, no,
Got it, okay.
we're out of rope now.
So once we get the hammocks made, let's make sure we give them some shelter in case it starts raining, some weather hits something. Let's make basically like a lean-to or something out of just the knockdown branches. Take a little time because we're going to have to be here probably for a little while. So let's make sure that whoever's on guard has some protection from the elements. Let's get a fire set up. Do we have any food or anything like that we can actually eat and kind of chill after a battle and sit down and discuss our plan to go investigate?
Rations. You have plenty of.
Yay.
Oh, good. Okay.
We have rations, and yes, I think that's smart. I know that we want to chase after her now, but ultimately, I'm wounded, right? I know that you are too, Duel.
I'm
And
barefoot.
I'm out
I'm
of spell
hungry.
slot. Yeah, and you're barefoot.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think we
should
need to
craft.
just kind of chill and base camp it for a day or two. Let's heal ourselves. Let's get some shelter, some food, some shoes for Smiley with their shadow shoes. Let's get ourselves back together before we set out on a new quest to go find what the hell happened to Qrow.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty.
the title for next time.
The hunt.
Chapter 11. What the hell happened to Qrow?
Yeah, I'm pretty adept with survival craft. I want to, take some stuff that we have around the camp, whatnot, and craft some shoes for Selena.
Thank you.
Big thing if Cyril, it dawns on you that you saw a big thing that a lot of people wearing armor like to do is they have this type of padding that they like to wear on all their joints, and it's padding that goes everywhere. Certain form of padding people keep extra of. So as you go through Kree's equipment, you notice he has a spare pair of basically padded socks. They're like heavy duty socks that almost count as shoes because of how thick they are.
Nice.
And then you can reinforce them with some clops like super easily. It's nothing that hard
Yep.
to do.
Craft a good little pair of shoes for you. There you go.
Thank you.
After
cool.
that,
I'm gonna eat some rations, and then I'm going to lean back in my hammock and relax.
and he's out.
We've ran a lot. We're tired.
Yeah.
Dude, I ran back and forth to camp like 100 times. It feels like.
Who's
Got my
keeping watch?
cardio in.
I'll keep watch,
I'll start.
but I'm going to sit in a hammock as I keep watch.
Do you keep watch all night or just part of the night?
I will until somebody gets up and relieves me. I mean, if it's all night, it's all night.
I'll take it halfway.
So, do you take it after 4 hours or after 8?
6.
6? Okay. You will not benefit the effects of making a long rest.
Okay, that's fine.
You get like half health back, I think.
Hit dice. So he would roll a what's your class, you're a barbarian. You would roll a die 12, whatever that number is how much health you gain back if you didn't take a full long rest.
Okay, let's do that. I think we're gonna stay here for a day or two before we set out. So, knowing that we're not heading out first thing at dawn, let's do a half and we'll go from there.
So,
Sleeping in.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone sleeps. Watch change happens. You're feeling a little better, Duel, but you still feel like crap.
Aw.
On Duel's watch.
Why is it always my watch? What did I do now?
Fine then. It's Selena's watch.
Because you keep
I don't
taking
care, I don't
second
care.
watch.
This doesn't bother me
Oh.
too much. Okay, Selena's watch.
Oh, okay. Way too easy.
Okay, how are you positioned, by the way? Smiley, like, you're sitting there in your hammock. How'd you guys position camp? In a circle
don't-
around a fire?
Where were our hammocks last time? I'm trying to remember.
I believe there was, you guys did it on one side. You guys didn't make a full circle, it was like one side of the camp. You
Yeah,
had the
those
fire
were,
in the center.
we're just using those, the same ones. We didn't move them.
No.
Smiley, it feels like you blink.
Okay.
Like you close your eyes. You've had a long day, maybe you doze off for like
Uh-oh. Oh no!
6 seconds. Maybe.
They're gonna
It
kill
wasn't
me!
even that long. And your two unconscious people are now gone.
Oh, great!
Right
what am I
when
gonna
Duel
tell
wakes
everybody?
up, right when Duel wakes up to do a shift change.
Duel, I lost them! I don't know where
You're
they
muted.
You're muted.
are. Oh, me?
No.
Hey, How do you lose 2 people? They're unconscious. It's not like they got up and walked away. What the hell? Okay, this is getting really, really weird.
Sorry.
Okay. I will keep watch. Get a little bit of rest. I'll keep an eye on you and Tenethiel, and let's wait till the sun comes up, and we'll go from there. So don't worry about it. I've got this, and yeah, get a little bit of rest. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, sleep happens. Sun comes out. Hear the rooster crow.
What rooster?
Imaginary one I made up.
Oh.
It sounded good.
I'm cooking
alright.
him.
Yeah.
He's breakfast.
He tried waking Duel up just a little bit too early, and yeah.
He's
No,
grumpy.
sun comes up. Everyone wakes up. Everyone can eat, have breakfast. What do you do about the missing Brune and Kree?
Oh man.
I'm to investigate.
More people are going missing. This is a problem.
She did it.
Okay. So in that case, I guess we don't have to sit here and wait for them to wake up. So we've got a choice. We are currently on this quest to go do this thing for this old guy. These 2 people, multiple people, 3 people now have disappeared. Do we spend the time to go after our missing persons? Or do we complete what we've been contracted for in the first place? What do you guys think? Because we might bump into them along the way. Or we can ask if anybody knows, or other people have gone missing in this forest. But right now, we don't have a lot to go on.
I'm trying to remember. We were left here. How close are we to our destination? Does anybody know?
No.
If I-
About
if I
day,
recall
day and a
that-
half, depends on how fast you guys go. Is how far
Oh.
your destination is away from you. You guys literally made camp, and we're gonna progress, and then Kree started screaming, and you guys went to go help
Right.
him out.
Okay.
We just had to go help him.
And it all went to shit. Knowing that we're all still tired and still wounded, we haven't all fully rested. I think Tenethiel's the only one who had a full night's sleep. I say we take another day. Let's spend a little time, finish healing ourselves up. Let's investigate a little bit closer to where Qrow went vanishing. And then let's, if we don't find anything by tomorrow morning, let's head off and continue the quest then.
I have a quick question.
I have a quick
So,
answer.
the 3 people who disappeared were unconscious at the time they disappeared?
Yes.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'm okay with staying another day and waiting and recovering. What do you think, Tan?
Yeah, alright. Because honestly, Duel, you look like shit. Let's give you another day to rest up. But after that, I'm going to the city.
I'll go with you.
You know, I think that the 3 of us, I don't think we should be going and trying to track down 3 other individuals. That's a lot of weight to carry. Pardon the pun. So I say that we should either A, go try to find help in the city, or at least ask around for some additional information. And
That works for me.
resupply.
Yes.
Right. I'm good with that. Yeah. Let's, I definitely would go take one more look at Kira's area, and let's do several investigations, see if anything else we notice. That way we're not just going, hey, people vanished. Anybody know why? We can give them some information. Maybe we find the blow dart, have some idea of what's going on. When we do go into town or whatever, at least if somebody starts feeding us shit, we'll know if they're just feeding us a line of crap or if they actually are legit saying something's going on.
Yeah. Well, I've got the blow dart. I'll keep it in my bag. Because I found that on her body. I guess Qrow hit the button again.
What?
Oh, there he is. No, you froze for like a solid 10, 15 seconds there.
God.
Right.
I've got the dart, so I'll keep that, and we can use that if we think we're making some headway, to confirm some things. But yeah, I'm just gonna spend the day kind of looking around, walking in, like a 30-yard arc around the campsite, see if I can see anything.
Agreed.
So-
And just do me a favor. Don't set anything else on fire.
Fine.
You investigate camp.
Yes.
Both of you, or just Anfield?
Both.
14. Investigation. Tanfiel, you kind of do the same search you did. Kira's area. You look up. You thought about it this time, and you saw scratch marks again. You look in there, and there's this purple ichor coming out of some of these scratch marks. Very peculiar. You guys don't know what it really is.
Can I take a sample of it?
Absolutely.
Cool. I do that.
Okay. I'm gonna think that's a sleight of hand. You try to quickly scoop it up and try to keep it all inside the vial, but some drips onto your finger a little bit, and you fall out of the tree.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
You don't take any damage, but you do sit there paralyzed.
Yeah, I stunned
Oh.
myself.
Paralyzed. From the knock or from the purple shit?
Well, I mean,
This is interesting.
And you sit there for probably maybe 30 seconds to a minute of just sitting there. Can't move, can't do anything. And then it's kind of stiff, but your joints start to move. You're able to get up. As you get back up to the top of the trees, you don't see any direction that they're going. Like any tree branches or anything like that. All you saw is that they came down exactly like they did for Qrow.
Okay. Careful with the purple shit, guys. It paralyzes you.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to investigate, and I'm looking for any kind of tracks, anything away from the cots or the hammocks. How did they get these bodies out? They came down the tree, but how did they get? Where did they leave?
Back up the tree?
You start to really examine the branches at the top where the after the scratch marks, you can obviously see where the scratch marks started and where they stop. You go up to the top of there, there's a little branch where they probably were sitting if you had to guess, and you see inside the wood there's a little hole, not that big, and then around that hole there's almost like rope burn marks.
So they hoisted them.
You know?
Interesting. Okay.
And the
I'm
roper
going.
marks. The roper marks are only on one side. It doesn't go all the way around.
I bet you the hole was a peg of some sort that held a dead weight so that someone could come down, tie the rope, give a whistle, someone pulls the peg out, dead weight goes down, up the body goes.
Ooh, that's smart.
That is. So where did they take the bodies once they got them in the trees?
Good question.
Maybe the tree ate them. It is the Lorax. Oh, for God's sake. Now we're fighting the Lorax.
So we spend the day
Okay, I'm going to take a
around.
nap. So I'm going to kick back, relax, take a nap, had my rations. I'm going to chill, try and get some rest, get some healing done. Let these guys explore a little bit more around camp.
Do you need anything else, Daniel?
I mean, if that's all that I was able to come across and find within a 30-yard or so radius around the camp, then yeah, because I'm not straying from the camp.
How about you, Smiley?
I'm just gonna stay in my hammock.
This is my hammock. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Yes.
Except for
Just
some
staying in
slack
bed
top.
all day.
Alright. I believe that's where we leave off.
Yay!
Yes. Yay! Well done. Well, 3 of us survived.
Aw.
We're not doing that great.
Well, at least we're healed, though.
Yes, after
I
everyone's
don't-
rested, you guys will heal up.
Cool.
Okay. So
And
yeah, now we call.
level up.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Level up.
Level up.
Sweet.
Ding.
I gotta figure out how to level myself up here.
Really easy. There's a level up button, if I remember correctly.
What does that look like?
The button?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something you push.
Show me the button.
No,
I don't know what it does, but it's a button on it. I'm gonna
I
push
see
help. I
the
can-
long rest, which I did do, so I should.
You may have to go back into the builder and then
Oh,
change
okay.
it from level 1 to level 2. I know that's a
Okay.
foolproof way to do it, but I want to see there's a level up button somewhere. Dude, I will level you up because I'm so nice, and then I'll give you back your character sheet. You're muted. I know you're making a smart ass comment, but you're muted.
Yeah, you say give back. You mean you actually give it to me for the first time ever? That's probably more accurate. Ah,
Oh yeah, I found it. Okay.
okay. So that concludes another questing with Qrow. We started with 6, we're down to 3. Man,
It's only
dropping
been
like
10
flies.
It's only been 10 chapters. Happy chapter 10, by the way. That's a like even number. It's a nice number. 10. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Perfect. I love it.
See, if hearing other people who play D&D is any indication, now is the point, now that we've hit session 10, where everybody suddenly gets busy and we never get together and finish the campaign.
No.
Don't you jinx
Ain't
it.
happening.
I swear to God.
Ain't gonna happen. But that does conclude tonight, guys. So if you're watching this live or you're watching the rerun, hey, we hope you enjoyed this, and we're always having fun, so make sure to tune in next Friday. Now, if, like we talked about before, you're one of those either dealing with hardships or just looking for a friend that's always got your back, make sure to jump in Down Home Crypto Discord, talk to one of us, hey, be a part of the family, because that's what this journey is all about. So I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. Stay safe and be prepared because things are heating up. Guys, you want to take us out?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Austin, I know you just got here.
Hi,
I guess
Austin.
you have to rewind and start over.
Right.
But yeah, thanks for joining us, and we hope you all have a great weekend. Try to enjoy the moments you have and not worry too much about the moments you might.
My turn?
Fine. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any pearls of wisdom. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us. This is so much fun, and this is my happy place, and I just love being here, and every week I can be here. It's just awesome. So thanks.
Have a great rest of everyone's weekend. Have a great week. Do the thing. I mean, I've been saying that for a couple weeks now, but it's honest to God truth. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
And screw that one guy. Everyone knows that one guy.
Absolutely. Well, love y'all. Take care, and we'll catch you next week. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.